Most professionals believe the key to career security is working harder, polishing resumes, and chasing the next opportunity. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The people at the very top rarely do any of that. In fact, they don't spend months applying for positions, and they don't cross their fingers for callbacks. And in fact, they never really job hunt at all. So what's the difference? Why do some people seem to have doors open for them again and again, while others are left knocking and beating to try to get in? The answer goes back more than a century to a steel magnate who quietly revealed the real formula for building lasting success. And it has everything to do with what I call your professional wingmen, or women in my case. So today I want to unpack this hidden principle, show you how modern masterminds are using it to generate opportunities on demand, and share how you can start putting it to work for yourself right now. I'm Denise Reed, and this is just a point of view. In fact, let me start with a story that changed everything that I thought I knew about professional success. Actually, back in the early 1900s, way back, saying, a young journalist named Napoleon Hill sat down with Andrew Carnegie, the steel magnate, who basically built the industrial America as we know it. He expected to hear about hard work and determination, but instead, Carnegie told him something that would become the foundation of every success book ever written to date. Carnegie said his entire fortune, we're talking hundreds of millions in today's money, came from what he called his mastermind. Not his individual brilliance, but working harder than anyone else was his mastermind. And he'll define this as a coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony between two or more people who work toward a definite purpose. Now let that sink in for a minute. But here's the part that really blew my mind when I really understood it. Carnegie's mastermind wasn't just about sharing ideas. These people were professional wingmen. Railroad executives in his network would tip him off about upcoming expansion projects before they even went public. Financial experts would provide capital when he needed to scale. Industry insiders would recommend him for lucrative steel contracts that never hit the open market. In fact, Carnegie didn't compete for opportunities. His network created opportunities for him. And here's what's wild. This exact same principle is happening right now in front of our faces in real time with today's most successful professionals. In fact, I recently watched this incredible collaboration between four thought leaders that perfectly illustrates this principle. And maybe you've heard of Steven Bartlett. Well, he's the guy who built and sold Social Chain for over $200 million by age 27. And he now hosts Europe's #1 business podcast, The Diary of a CEO. In fact, in this collaboration called The Simple Proven Way to Earn $100,000 from Nothing, the big goose egg, he brought together Alex Hormozi, who built and sold multiple companies for $120 million and now invests over $1 million monthly in other businesses. He brought together Codie Sanchez, former Wall Street executive, who teaches people to buy existing profitable businesses instead of starting from scratch. And Daniel Priestley, serial entrepreneur who specializes in helping experts become key persons of influence. Now, here's what fascinated me about this particular episode, about watching these four together. See, they weren't competing, they were collaborating. Each brought a different expertise together, and they created something none of them could have generated alone. In fact, Steven's superpower is asking the right questions and connecting brilliant minds. And Alex, well, he brings the systems and psychology of scaling businesses, and Codie has the financial expertise of deal-making experience. And Daniel understands how to build influence and authority. So let's see what we can do with all that. They are what I consider the modern day Carnegie masterminds. They don't hunt for opportunities, they create them through strategic relationships and multiple interviews on each other's shows. And that got me to thinking about something we desperately need to understand in today's professional world. It's the wingman or wingwoman effect. Let me ask you something. When you hear the word wingman, what comes to mind? Probably some social experience in a bar with two bros hanging out. Well, someone actually could help you look good in a casual setting. Well, I want to redefine that term for the professional world, because this concept could change your entire career trajectory. The right wing people. A professional wingman or woman is someone in your network who amplifies your reputation in rooms you're not in. It's someone who recommends you for opportunities before they are publicly available, who validates your expertise in their network, who maybe opens a few doors by making strategic introductions for just the right connection. So think about it this way. Professional wingman is someone who makes you look good when you're not there to make your own self look good. And here's the thing. While traditional job seekers are spending 6, 8, even 12 months sending out hundreds of applications and competing with 500 or more candidates, people with professional wingmen or a network of them are becoming the obvious choice through strategic positioning. See, Steven Bartlett's network brings him the world's top entrepreneurs as podcast guests, and Alex Hormozi's connections provide deal flow for his investment portfolio. Oh, and let's not forget Miss Codie Sanchez. Her relationships give her first access to profitable businesses for sale. And Daniel Priestley's Mastermind creates speaking opportunities and book deals. They are not competing for opportunities. They are creating them through collaboration. Now, I want to be really clear about something. This isn't about finding a job, this podcast episode. This is about never needing to hunt for opportunities again. See, there's a fundamental difference between job seekers and what I call professional presence builders. See, job seekers wait for someone to recognize their value, where professional presence builders build recognition for the value that they bring to the table. Job seekers compete with hundreds of others, and professional presence builders become the obvious choice through strategic positioning. It's about developing acknowledgement for what you uniquely bring to the table, building your professional brand around your specific skill set, and having the opportunity to benchmark against others to pave your own path with your own strengths. And most importantly, you have the opportunity to create a network that generates opportunities instead of competing for them. This is exactly what I'm building with the Professional Presence Society, our first online community for the Concierge Office Suites. It's a modern mastermind where professionals don't just survive in today's market, they thrive by creating their own opportunities through strategic, say that fast, collaboration. So here's my challenge for you today. Look at your current professional situation. Are you hunting for opportunities, or are opportunities hunting you? Are you competing for recognition, or are you building acknowledgement for what you bring to the table? Do you have a professional wingman or person who is amplifying your reputation when you're not in the room? Because here's what I know after 25 years in business here at the Concierge Office Suites is the most successful professionals understand that your network isn't just your net worth. Your wingmen and women are your career security. If you're ready to stop being a job seeker and start being an opportunity creator, if you want to join professionals who understand that collaboration beats competition every single time, then I'd love for you to check out the Professional Presence Society, because the future belongs to those who build their own professional presence, not those who wait for someone else to validate it. That's just my point of view, and I'd love to hear yours. So thanks for joining me on Just a Point of View as I'm chasing happiness fiercely, especially in service to my clients here at the Concierge Office Suites. And if this episode resonates with you, I would love to hear about it. And maybe you'd share this episode. You can find me at denisereed.is or connect with me on LinkedIn, or check out my business, the Concierge Office Suites. And remember, your professional presence is your most valuable asset, and it's service to others. So invest in it wisely. And until next time, keep building your own point of view and come along for the ride as I continue to #chase happiness fiercely. Have a great evening, good morning, and good night.